work. You took advantage of the red card. You like what you see out there.
I thought it was a good performance. I thought we started fairly well as well. Good tempo to us on the ball tonight. I thought players stood up, showed their personalities a little bit more today, showed a lot more composure on the ball as well. And then after the send it off, just took over the game, and were patient enough to wait for the opportunities to happen, and some good goals in there as well.
Can you talk about the decision to start Morrison and then him own goal and him overcoming some of that?
Yeah, I mean he came on last week, as I said, he did well, and as I said in the presser the other day, Andrew Privett's a top player as well. He's made a mistake, but for whatever reason, people jump on it very quickly. He's a good player, but Morrison came in, and I just felt that he could handle the occasion. Privs has, been under a bit of pressure because of the mistake he made last week, and I felt that was a little bit unfair. But Morrison, got the nod ahead of him. And yes, and yeah, he scored the own goal, and I thought he showed great composure to handle that, because some people can sink very quickly if that happens. He had the personality to deal with it and dealt with it really well.
Arturo, what did you talk, if you did, with Morrison during halftime? Were some words between you and him after the own goal?
It was pretty much just before he went out for the second half to tell him, just keep it simple, keep doing what you're doing. And he did that. He did it very well as well.
You said in a previous press conference that you think that you've isolated the defensive line a little bit in the first two matches. Do you think that was reversed during this
I thought that our fullbacks had better games, Nathan and Toff, and it's no coincidence that obviously, they missed a lot of pre-season with injuries. So I felt that there would be performances coming once they got to where we needed them to be. But that's, we just never got into races with people today. That was the biggest thing. We got into too many races last week and conceded goals because of it.
Steve?
Well, it was a good header, just wrong direction. But the resiliency, because, giving up that goal so quickly after scoring the first one, coming back from that, then having Peps disallowed for a handball that on the replays I still couldn't see.
No. If the game's gone, if we're disallowing goals for that, the game's gone. I mean, the VAR guy must have a major in physics, because I haven't seen any deviation. I haven't seen, if we're ruling goals out for that, then we should get rid of VAR, because that nobody wants to see that disallowed.
But yeah, but more so to the resiliency of the team. When you score a goal like that, give up the other one, that can weigh heavy on some guys, but they kept coming back. They were in good form.
Yeah, as I said, we've had a good week in training, and I felt that we haven't shown what we can do, and we still haven't. There's still lots of things we can do better. I thought Liel was really good in the first half, 1v1 against their fullback, produced some really good moments, got his assist just before he came off as well, and that's what I was asking. I was asking, control your own performance first. That's what you're in charge of.
Was it the mental part? Because you talked about attitude.
Yeah, attitude, application, composure, personality. I know the good players. They've just got to, go and control what they do.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Awesome. I've noticed more activity from the whole coaching staff. Who is stepping into the assistant roles more after the departure of Fuchs?
I think if you looked at their technical area, you'd probably see a lot more movement than ours. I got a yellow card for just telling the ref last week that it wasn't a foul. But no, listen, Gary stepped up. Gary's really good. Miles is good. We've got a really good staff with me as well, and they all play a major part in the team going out there and making decisions. And what I ask them to do is challenge me, and make me think a little bit differently at times. Because I've been doing this a long time, and sometimes I might not see something that they see. So I welcome them to keep challenging me and pushing me.
And then my last question is, what have you seen in Aaron John that made you give him the nod tonight?
He's he's such a good guy. But on top of that, he's a really good footballer as well. You know, I'm glad we got that goal. We could give him his debut. He's got that out of the way. I don't think he gave the ball away in about 10 passes when he came on as well. But he's just he's got a really good brain. He's got a really good engine. You know, and the future's bright for him.
I guess your decision to drop Luca de la Torre today, what were you looking for when you brought him in? What did you ask him?
Yeah, I don't like the word drop. I never drop players. I spoke with Luki, you know, yesterday about the reasons why I was going with it. I felt that we needed probably BB's forward runs. You know, he can actually upset their back four at times. You know, Pep tends to drift onto the right-hand side, and we just felt it was going to be better, you know, in the game for that. But you know, Luca came on. I thought he did really well and made some really good forward runs. Had 2 or 3 shots as well. So I was pleased with both of them.
A lot of your DPs connecting tonight for goals. How good is that?
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what they're there for. That's why most DPs in the leagues are at the top of the pitch. You know, because they can produce moments of magic, and they all did that tonight.
And 3 home openers for you, 3 wins. Is that just some magic that needs?
We've had 1 win out of 3. First game at home, and then next week we've got Miami. So we'll be working on that.
Daniel.
You know, you don't get too high with the highs or lows with the lows, as you said, but like you said, it's the first win of the season. You're back home. You're about to start a stretch where you're going to be here for a bit. How much confidence does that give this group as they're heading into this next 4 matches?
Yeah, I think it'll give them a lot of confidence because, you know, I've questioned individual performances for the first 2 games. You know, I can't question today. I thought they showed great teamwork and togetherness today. And patience as well, and sometimes you have to have that. You know, I think Austin are a good team, you know, and they'll beat a lot of teams this season. So to be as composed as we was today, to have as much control as we had as well, was really pleasing, and the lads can take a lot of confidence from that. Cheers, thank you.
Dean, Zaha had some excitement today with the Austin bench or the coaches. Can you explain kind of what happened in those moments? And he was talking to the ref, and you were talking to someone.
Yeah, I was telling their bench to get back in their technical area because that's what a technical area is for. You know, so just asking them to go and stand in their technical area, and I don't know why they wanted to get involved with Wilf and talk to Wilf. One of their staff wanted to speak to him about something. I mean, Wilf don't know him, so, you know, leave him.
And Leo, what was behind the decision to start him today, and how did you see his overall play different?
I just felt the way that they played. I thought it was a game for him. I thought there would be space for him to run into. He's really good at that. You know, I thought his link up with Pep first half especially was really good. You know, and I just thought it was one of the games, you know, for him to go and show his worth, and I thought he did well.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Can you just talk a little bit more about Pep and just sort of the difference he makes when he's on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, Pep was excellent tonight. He's energetic. He's one who's got high ceiling technical skills, and you saw that all today. And when he's on it, he's very difficult to play against. And tonight he was on it, and you know, thankful that he's back to full fitness and looked like he was really enjoying his game today.
Dean, thank you for joining us.
No worries. Thank you very much.